Hi everyone and welcome to my place. Do you know I love spring, summer, autumn / fall and winter flowers, and I don't care what season they're supposed to be in and when they should be displayed. If I feel like something spring, then I just want that. And even though I don't have that lovely fragrance that they have because I'm using permanents, it doesn't matter because it's that look that just gives me a wee lift. Well, I want to tell you that I've had this concept come into my mind, and it's with spring flowers, and fortunately it is the spring flowers time at my place, but we've had a really wet winter and all of the mini bulbs that I planted, nothing flowered. I think they rotted, but that's okay because the vision I want is still very much in my head, and I'm going to create it today, and I wanted to share it with you. Now these are the flowers I'm going to use. I've got some paper whites or some lovely narcissi. I love and adore hyacinths, and I've got these beautiful white tulips, and I want to share how to do something that looks like it's big and grand but also has an air of elegance to it. So hunting for vases I went, and you would think with the many vases I have in this house I would have something perfect. Well, unfortunately I didn't, so I've had a wee craft up, and for those of you who are into crafting, you might just like what we're about to do today. Let us begin. Right, vase. I love that vase, but it just didn't feel as if it had enough on it to just complete the picture that was in my mind. So what I did was I have just had a little bit of a play with some air-dried paper clay, which is my latest greatest favorite, and with the use like a little bit of paper clay, some molds that you use for cake decorating, little bit of liquid no nails, I have achieved what I think is a very nice looking vase. Let me walk you back to how I achieved it. As I said, I started off with the vase. This vase was glass, and you know how I don't like to see stems in the glass vase. So what I've done is just 2 coats of my Cheats chalk paint, and the recipe's there, which I'll put up for you to have a look. And it still didn't look right, and as I said, I wanted a little bit more to it. So that's when I got into the embellishing. Very, very easy. You need, here we have it. This is the paper glue, paper clay that I use. This is quite good, but I found another one, and it is this paper clay, which I love even more. So you need some of that. The paper clay will be okay, but I actually quite like this because it dries, and when it dries it's a little bit supple and it moves, which I love. You also need, key ingredient is some arrowroot, potato starch, corn starch, whatever you can, most important. And then this is the mold that I'm going to use. It's just a little bit bigger than some of them, and it had the roses and it's got the leaves and the flowers, which I really love, and it's that latexy stuff that moves, so it makes getting things in and out of it much easier. So step 1 is getting your cornstarch, your arrowroot, or whatever you're using. Very important that you line the inside of your mold with the cornstarch. It stops it from sticking. Fantastic. Now leave the lid on that because we'll come back to it. The other thing you'll need is a rolling pin, and should you need it, there is a knife to just, and rolling pin to just spread it out. Okay, so getting into here, this stuff is fantastic. It's non-toxic, the kids will love it. It's easy to use, and this is where the cornstarch comes in handy. It's a little bit sticky, so just pulling a bit off, and it's like fondant that needs to be worked up, or like it's sort of like it's plasticky stuff, which is quite fantastic. And just by putting a little bit of the cornstarch onto it, it just means that it's not going to stick to your fingers until you get it all molded up. Then it's just a matter of getting it into there, pushing it quite firmly, and if you needed to, just give it a roll across like that, and if it's gone over the edges, just cut that bit off. It's quite, and it moves quite a bit, so you just have to like just muck around, because the more that goes over the edges of your mold, the more you're going to have to cut away if you want nice clean images. Or transferred image, that is. Okay, so when you get to there, just make sure that that's all into the place that you want it. If it's sticking over a bit, just take that off. And then you need to leave this until it is completely dry, but you can cheat the system by, and this might work, it might not work. It might, it is. So the more cornstarch you put on it, the better it's going to be. No, it's not going to, I'm not going to do it because it's not going to come out. It's not dry enough yet. But when it's done, it will come out looking like that. And because it's plasticky, it actually bends and moves like so. Leave those to dry for several hours until they are a little bit firm like this one here. Now that there is the paper clay which comes from this particular brand, and what I loved about that was it actually had that lovely greyish look over it, which I felt was quite nice on the outsides here. So to glue them on, don't muck around using Mod Podge because it takes too long to dry. Liquid No Nails is your best friend, and it's just a little bit of a squirt of that, stick it onto the back and then just fix it onto the outside of your vase. Right, I'm going to strip this because I do like this idea, and you could use it for all sorts of embellishments. Right, I'm going to let this dry and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how to do the flowers. Okay, here we are. I have 6 white tulips, which I absolutely love and adore. And what's really nice about the tulips is they're one of the few flowers that have black stamens. And I think that with the black stamens and the white, it just gives it a little bit more detailing, which is just gorgeous. Now, the other thing I want to tell you about this, if you wanted to repeat the whole design in fresh, tulips are one of the few flowers that continue to grow when they're in water, and the great thing is that they will just take on a life of their own and they'll just grow all over the place. Right, now I could put those straight into there, but you'll notice that they're just going to fall all over the place. So my latest greatest idea is to get another container, something a little bit smaller, and what I've done is I've just cable tied around those stems to keep them in place. Now then I'm going to put that into there, but I don't feel that it's got enough support. So this is the other little trick that I've got, is just get another piece of cloth, like an old rag or something, and then putting that down and into there will just help to support that and keep it straight. The flowers are still going to have a bit of movement, but that doesn't matter. Now the next thing I wanted to put in are these gorgeous, look at these little flowers here, aren't they just beautiful? I'll put the paper white in, and then I'm going to put that beside it. This might work. I think it's going to work. It will work. So I've got 4 of those, and then I'll put that down into there, put another one around and into here. I hope this is going to sit here because it did when I was doing the trial. That can go into there. Bring this around and put another one. So I'm just pretty much just putting, as you can see, narcissi, hyacinth, and just continuing to ring those around. And look at that. Now they all sit the way that I wanted. Simple, elegant, not that many elements. The flowers have all got the leaves with them, and there you have it. And what I also love is with the texturing of the beautiful little paper clay roses onto the outside of the container, just looks really lovely. Now the other thing I wanted to share was, if you wanted to just keep it white as I've done it here, equally lovely, but I wanted something that was a little bit more shabby chic. So what I did when I was finished with it, I just got some cold tea and a paintbrush and then just whipped across the surface to just give in a little bit more depth in and around my lovely little roses. So how does that look? And I don't mind that those little bits are dripping down, but it just ages it up and it just gives a little bit more interest, visual interest to the whole completed design. I hope you've enjoyed that because I've enjoyed sharing it with you, and I look forward to seeing you all again another day.